We'll get a quick word with Mike here in a moment. He's making his way over, the legend, the pride of Brownsville. Mike, can I ask? The world is excited to see you one last time, perhaps. Can you just tell us the emotions, the thoughts that are going through your mind right now?
Talking's over.
Why did you push him there?
We're done.
All right, that's...
I don't play no motherfucking games. Play no motherfucking games. It's my personality. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
During the press meeting, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather almost get into a fight. People quickly step in to restrain Tyson and stop the fight from getting worse.
The world is excited to see you one last time, perhaps. Can you just tell us the emotions, the thoughts that are going through your mind right now?
Talking's over.
Why did you push him there?
Floyd gets angry, but his team steps in and slowly calms him down so that the situation doesn't get worse or more disruptive. As Floyd Mayweather puts it, it's easy for him because it's something he does every day and will continue to do.
I don't really worry about that. This is easy. This is what I do. I'm a fighter, so I don't worry about anything. Once again, I've been a professional 25 years, then fought the best, then seen every style, and always came out.
As things get worse, questions start to appear about Mike's role in Floyd's injury. But Jeff Mayweather tells them that they are pros who will do what they agreed to do, get their money, and then leave without a fight.
Tyson, if there were some prearrangement for this fight, Tyson's animosity, well documented towards Floyd. Any chance that he's going in there and saying, "Hey, screw all, I don't care what agreement was made, if there was one at all, I want to kill this dude"?
Nah. He gonna get a check. Floyd's gonna get a check. And they're gonna get a check that's real huge because of their names. So nobody's finna put their money.
Floyd is explained by Mike Tyson, and their ways are very different. Floyd is stylish and flashy. On the other hand, Tyson gives off real pain and power.
Never the fly, slick black fighter. It was just very serious and it was just very hard and mean. I didn't like the slickness. It was all about hurting him.
Evander Holyfield says he would pick Mike Tyson over Floyd because Tyson's unique style makes him almost impossible to beat and doesn't let anyone land clean hits.
Are you saying you got Tyson?
I got Tyson.
You got Tyson over Mayweather. That's huge. Why? I just got Floyd because he's younger, 10 years younger, fast, elusive.
I hear bigger punches, man. You don't get toe up.
Really?
Of course.
So if Tyson lands on Floyd, Floyd's going down? But so when he fought Jake Paul, some fans, they weren't too impressed with Tyson's performance versus Jake Paul. Do you think you'll have a better one versus Floyd?
I just think if they compete, you're gonna get.
I like that. You're sticking with your boy Tyson, though. You're loyal.
Well, I'm just
heavyweight size.
He ain't gonna let nobody get the best.
Even though he is young, Mike shows amazing speed, power, and accuracy in fighting, which amazes his teacher.
Exactly, Mike! Beautiful roll, Mike! Excellent!
Complete game. Beautiful game. Complete. There's nothing to say. You're complete.
Exactly, just enough! Beautiful roll, Mike! Excellent roll! Excellent defense, champ! This is the perfect head position. This we talk about it. 40 seconds.
You are winning the fight, so there's no reason for you to rush. We are winning the fight. All good for us.
Clean shot, Mike! Excellent! Nice left hook! Up.
We're done. The job is over. We're done.
4, 3, 2, 1, and time!
Oh, great work, man.
Floyd Mayweather, on the other hand, works out hard and shows off his speed, skill, and explosive energy while staying in complete control.
Good girl. Slide, and drop. Punch it, wait till help us up. Drop, drop. Walk it, walk it, walk it. Pitch it. Pitch it. Six. Punch it. Pitch it.
Shut up. Don't look at it. Shit out today. No, bro.
Watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step back. Shit, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance.
Floyd wants to fight Mike Tyson because he knows that demonstrations get a lot of attention and record-breaking crowds of watchers. Like Tyson's fight with Jake Paul.
Able to beat him. I mean, remember when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Like, he waited until Manny got knocked spark out from Marquez, and then he was like, yeah, now's my time to fight him. I just don't believe that Floyd would have fought Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson didn't fight Jake Paul. But Floyd seen that Mike Tyson couldn't hardly walk to the ring. When he got to the ring, he couldn't move around. Jake Paul was running circles around him. And that being said, I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, like huge, but we see what Floyd's doing here. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get in there with Mike Tyson, who couldn't do anything with Jake Paul. I'm gonna get millions of dollars. Well, yeah, I'm up for that. But again, I don't blame Floyd Mayweather for doing this. In boxing, I always say, you know, there's not much money in it for the regular people like me and you if you're a fighter. But for someone like Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, they will earn absolutely millions of dollars.
Mike Tyson's name alone gets a lot of attention, and people all over the world are interested in him. Every appearance and event is surrounded by his famous reputation, scary power, and long and successful career. This guarantees media coverage, fan excitement, and widespread anticipation, showing that even when he isn't fighting, his very presence captures the attention and imagination of boxing fans around the world.
The aspect of it with a new fan base is always curious about the old-time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, you know, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about that. And I think this is going to be sort of the same thing. There's nothing that's going to match the Mayweather-Pacquiao era of that time where they were flying and people wanted to see that fight. This is not going to be that feeling on the morning of. But like the champ said, on the morning of, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, I think you're gonna end up, ordering that pay-per-view or watching on Netflix, whatever. This is on Netflix.
Jeff Mayweather talks about why Floyd Mayweather's comeback isn't just fighting. Making this move is a smart move. Even though Floyd stopped years ago, his name is still very important in boxing, and people are still interested in him. By going back into the ring, he can take advantage of his fame, make money, and show that he still has the skills and strength that made him the best. He's not coming back to try to win a title or take unnecessary risks. Instead, he's doing it to be smart and take advantage of possibilities that come up.
I'm gonna be in his corner. I mean, I've never really been in his corner. I mean, a long time ago when I first got him signed, yeah, I was in his corner. But other than that, no, I don't think that I'll be in his corner.
Do you? I mean, obviously it's coming.
I'll be there to support him, but I won't be in his corner.
Yeah, of course. Do you think the comeback is like for like a title run, or is it like like do you think he's gonna kind of go after some of the top guys, or is it just kind of like he wants to come back, got a couple more fights, rob the bank?
I think that if he comes back, he's gonna come back in a way where it's gonna be smart and it's gonna benefit him. And I think that his name is bigger than still bigger than anybody that's out there today, and that in itself is going to sell. So basically, I mean, he's going to have to fight somebody one day, and I think that that one day is when everybody will find out how much he has.
This strategy is much more interesting now that we know about the next fight with Mike Tyson. Both fighters come from different times and styles. Floyd's smooth control of defense. Tyson is naturally strong and dangerous. Jeff tells us that this kind of matchup gets a lot of attention just because of their reputations. Fans will want to know how much Mayweather still has, just like they did when Pacquiao and other stars came back. Even though there are new fighters on the rise, none of them have become as famous or left as much of an impact as Floyd's endurance would be put to the test in a fight against Tyson. It would also show how smart he is in choosing opponents who are both tough and exciting, making the fight an important event for boxing fans.
It's a shame that that's probably one of the biggest fights in boxing now. And that's ridiculous. I mean, with all these other young fighters, nobody still hasn't got to that height of fame. And that's a shame. I mean, but there are a lot of good young fighters that I see myself growing up, coming up and I mean, that I really like, but I don't think that right now their name and their talent, and their fame haven't reached to that level yet.
Floyd Mayweather is going back to fighting for more reasons than just the thrill of the fight. It has to do with planning your finances and leaving a lasting memory. A big jeweler told DJ Vlad that Floyd's expensive living might be putting a strain on his finances. Floyd made hundreds of millions of dollars over the course of his career, but his spending on things like private jets, expensive cars, and jewelry may have been more than he could afford. Vlad tells us that even players who make a lot of money can have trouble if they spend too much. And Mayweather's busy public life doesn't leave much room for cash mistakes.
You know what's crazy? And I don't know whether it's true, but I was hanging out at Wes Watson's house, right? He's a big fitness influencer.
Yeah,
you know who he is, right? So we did a house tour.
Bald headed dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White dude. Big,
prisoner guy?
Prisoner guy,
Yeah,
right, exactly. So when we're getting ready to shoot, he's got these kind of people at his house.
Right.
And there's this old school jeweler dude there. They're oh, this is one of the OG jeweler guys. This is who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm how could he be broke? He's yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like crazy.
I mean, you only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
This setting makes Floyd's return clearer. He can make money and keep people interested in him by going back to the ring. A fight with a famous opponent like Mike Tyson would not only show off Floyd's charm, but it would also make the most of his unbeatable fighting brand. His name is still very important, and people are drawn to him because of how good he was at defense, how smart he was at strategy, and how unbeatable his record was in the ring. Floyd may not need to fight to stay alive, but the chance to keep his fame, show off his skills, and make money makes a return appealing for an athlete who is used to a lot of attention and money. The ring serves as both a stage and a way to keep money safe. Mayweather's return is a smart move that takes advantage of his fame, his reputation, and the money-making opportunities that still exist in professional boxing.
You would think that your investments would continue to grow,
right?
As long as you keep your spending under wraps. Like right now, I could retire right now. This could be my last interview ever,
right?
And with my investments, I invested into a lot of great companies like Google and Amazon and Tesla over the years, and those companies have all grown and continue to grow, right? And I could actually borrow money against my stock portfolio without even selling my stocks.
Right.
So I assumed that Mayweather was in a similar spot because he made so much cash, and if you invested even in common stocks, you should do pretty well. But I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that.
Analysts say Floyd Mayweather's actions have had a huge effect on modern boxing because he carefully chooses his opponents and takes advantage of situations to keep his perfect 50-0 record. He cared more about his own reputation than the purity of the sport. Some people say that this way of teaching has created a group of boxing fans who watch fights for fun rather than skill, putting more value on viral moments or YouTube videos than on real competition.
This. Who looks at it now and says he's 50-0? A generation, the first generation of boxing fans who don't box. Tattoos all over. You will shoot somebody down for $1, right? You will play around and beat up a bum who's drunk out of his mind so you can put it on YouTube, right? But you won't put on the gloves. You won't go to a local gym and put on the gloves. And you have killed boxing. You have killed something that saved me from a life of being a victim. Okay? You have done it. And you have destroyed boxing in such a way, Floyd Mayweather fans and Floyd Mayweather. You have destroyed boxing in such a big way that even Crawford and Canelo can't.
Even though boxers like Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez are very good, they can't bring back boxing's old image because Mayweather's example has made it normal to avoid real problems. Some tales, like Sugar Ray Leonard's ducking of Marvin Hagler, show that Mayweather's strategy isn't completely new, but it has had an unmatched effect on the sport. They also say that even a practice fight with Mike Tyson won't fix what's been done. Tyson was one of the fastest and meanest heavyweights, and Mayweather would never have fought him at his best. This shows how his choices in fighting have affected his career in the long run.
And Canelo can't save it. Because by the time September 14th comes, it's back to the circus of Tank Davis and Jake Paul. And I was on Tank Davis' side. Most of you know that. I'm done with him too. Okay? I will officially say that he ducked Lamont Roach Jr. And you know, I don't say everybody ducks everybody. I don't say that. Okay? I don't say that. Jack Dempsey ducked Howard Wills, Harry Wills. Sugar Ray Leonard, when he was supposed to be fighting Marvin Hagler, when Marvin Hagler was in his prime and begging Sugar Ray Leonard for a fight, Sugar Ray Leonard ducked Marvin Hagler. Floyd Mayweather Jr. ducked Manny Pacquiao.
Michael Irvin talks about Floyd Mayweather's sudden choice to retire after his April exhibition fight with Mike Tyson. Irvin's first response is shock and interest, especially since there have been rumors that Mayweather is having money problems. Floyd having money problems seems almost counterintuitive given that he is seen as a smart businessman who changed the way fighting makes money. In the past, promoters like Don King made hundreds of millions of dollars a year, while athletes like Mike Tyson made very little money. Mayweather completely changed things when he took care of his own promotions and made sure he got both fight purses and promotional cash. Checks from $150 million to $175 million were written to Mayweather during his time with Showtime. This was on top of the money he made as a boxer and marketer.
Shocked me. Floyd Mayweather Jr. unretiring. He is 48 years old and going back in to fight again. He will announce that he's unretiring right after the exhibition fight he has against Mike Tyson in April. Now, I say when I see this, my mind went everywhere because I'm thinking all of the stuff that I've heard, like allegedly he's having money issues and money troubles. And then I didn't know if to believe that because I don't see how you went through that kind of money. And Floyd, I thought, was a brilliant businessman because he was the one that flipped the game. Remember the Don Kings and all of those promoters? They would come in and make hundreds of millions.
Urban says he never thought Floyd would go back into the ring, especially after getting out of debt. People are worried about how his return will affect his legacy, especially whether he can keep the coveted 50-game mark. Fans and experts alike find it interesting that Mayweather could fight someone like Mike Tyson. Fighting a famous heavyweight would be tough, and watching a retired fighter regain his power would be a show. There's more to the result than just money. This is a planned move that combines Mayweather's reputation, his financial strategy, and his fans' enjoyment. It will only add to his unmatched dominance in boxing.
This will make 25, 30 million a year, but Don King made hundreds of millions. Floyd Mayweather flipped the script and said, no promoter, I'm not going to pay you or let you take home that kind of money. I'm going to hire you and I'm going to take home all of the promotion money. When I was with Showtime, I would with my guy over there, they were taking him checks for $150, $160, $175 million because he was getting paid to box, but also paid as the promoter. This, I never thought would happen. I just never thought it would happen. Now him returning to the ring, how does this affect him moving forward? Does he stay 50-0? I don't believe Floyd will get a loss on his.
That's all for the video today. Watch out. Until the next time.